What's up guys, this is Storm and welcome to another video. Last video I did was my favorite games that were showed off at the State of Play. Now I'm going to be focusing on the games that were shown off at Summer Game Fest, and the games that they showed off was absolute amazing. I don't know how anybody would have time to play all these games, but with that being said, let's check out those games. The first game we have is from Capcom when it comes to Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake. I swear, Capcom had been on a roll with their games and they just keep coming. The fact they opened up Summer Game Fest with Code Veronica Remake, which a lot of fans have been asking for. Me personally never got into playing the Resident Evil series, but I truly respect the dedication the fan base have, and the Resident Evil are good quality games. So the fact that Code Veronica is gonna be coming next year, man, we are the fans are gonna be eating good. The next game is Team Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. I honestly thought this game was cancelled, but apparently it's a yes and no. The original developers from Saber was gonna make this game, but unfortunately, that version of that game got canceled. So Paramount got in Platinum Games to make the game, and we still don't have a date or anything for it, or even gameplay. But this is pretty much the announcement. The game is still alive, and it's gonna be made by Platinum Games. I'm not gonna spoil the Last Ronin story. I think people who never read the comic need to enjoy it themselves, and I can't wait to play this game when it eventually comes out. Whenever Platinum Games is ready. This is another game that have a lot of people talk about to the same length, like how Black Myth Wukong first got revealed, and this is called Blood Message. It is a kind of like a not really like a hack and slash and stuff. Some people kind of compare it to like people compare it to a lot of different games like Rise of Ronin, how the combat looks and stuff. And overall, the game just looks amazing. I mean, I'm curious about the overall story of this game. They did release like a 19-minute gameplay of it, and it really looks amazing and stuff. There are just some aspects definitely need the polishing and stuff, but overall, yeah, I could see myself getting this game day one eventually when it releases. I don't recall this game has a release date for it, but the overall combat gives off like a more realistic sword combat and stuff. And yeah, like this is like one of those games that you're looking at it and you can't believe that it's a possible real thing. Like how the graphic looks and stuff, like you don't believe it's a real game. So, but looking at that gameplay, yeah, it definitely is real. Hopefully, it lives up to what they're trying to show off and stuff. But because we have been cheated off good looking games before. Hopefully, this game ain't one of them. Now we got a look at the new expansion that is coming to Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm not gonna lie, I have fallen off when it comes to Monster Hunter Wild just because like it took it takes long for new content to drop compared to Monster Hunter World because we were getting content like crazy when it came to that one. So the fact that we now gotta look at the next expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm definitely gonna get back into the hunt with my buddies again, and just seeing like the new location and the new monsters, so it definitely looks gonna be a really fun experience. And they show us some new gear that they said that they gotten the idea from Nero from DMC5. So I can't wait for Monster Hunter Wild expansion to release, which is sometime next year. So, time to rejoin the hunt, hunters, and I'll be there when this drops. We got another brand new look for Stranger Than Heaven that's set to release in January. And honestly, they don't need to show me any more of this. I'm already sold on it. Like, the story alone got me excited, especially this is the origin story of the Tojo clan from the Yakuza series. But one thing that I did not expect is they showed off a character that's gonna be in the game, and it's the rap artist of Tupac Shakur. He's in the game, which confused the hell out of me because, like, is that okay for them to put it? Like, did they get permission from the family and stuff? You expect so, but some people not really sure and stuff. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, we'll find out what kind of role he plays in this game. So, January 15th, mark your calendars for Stranger Than Heaven. This game definitely had me curious about. This one is called Swords of Legends. And I know nothing about this game. I believe this game's first appearance and stuff. Looking at the gameplay, like it gave me the vibe that it was gonna be a Souls game, but it turns out it is a single-player action-adventure RPG set in the primordial age, a world drawn from strange tales of classic Chinese literature where mortals, gods, and wandering souls walk the same earth. Hmm. Definitely looks interesting. It's definitely needs some polishing because some of those hits that the character was using, I didn't really feel an impact when he like it it just didn't have that weight to it when he was attacking, if that makes sense. But overall, the game does look pretty cool, and I'll put this in the maybe area. I'm definitely gonna keep my watch on this just to see um how I feel about this game. But overall, it does look pretty interesting. It's definitely like the type of game I would play, honestly. But I just need a little bit more polish and just to see what more of this game like. It gives off like Wukong vibes, which is which was a Souls game. So I don't know. We'll see when they're ready to show more of this. I could possibly see Summer Game Fest maybe, but we'll see. This game, I had to do a double take to see if this was real. This comes from Bandai Namco, and I swear I always ask for them to bring back Dynasty Warrior Gundam. I'm a fan when it comes to the Gundam series. I'm a fan of mechs in general, but Gundam is the one for me. I believe Mobile Suit Gundam was like the first anime I ever watched as a kid and stuff. Especially when it came to like G Gundam, Zoids, and all that. Man, I just love the mechs. So when I was looking at this trailer, I was like, oh, it looked like a possible mech fighting game and stuff. Maybe like a armor core and stuff. But when I saw the mobile suit pulled up, I was like, ain't no way they're making a new Gundam game. It's not Dynasty Warrior Gundam, but the fact is a freaking Gundam game, and that shit looks amazing. The only thing I need them to confirm Can we customize the pilot and the mobile suit? If they just give me that, oh my god, I'm already buying it day one when it eventually launch in 2027. I'm already buying it day one. But if they just give me that, oh my god, I could make my dream Gundam. Oh my god. So Gundam Rogue Orbit, this could be a day one buy in 2027. This one wasn't really much of a surprise to me. I figured Shift Up was gonna make an appearance here, but it's nice to see that they are finally showing the sequel to Stellar Blade, which is called Stellar Blade Blood Rain. And of course, you probably think we're gonna be playing as Eve. No, not this time. We're playing as a brand new character named Evie. They said Evie and Eve do have some type of connection, but they're keeping that a secret as of right now. But they also did confirm this game is still way early in development and stuff, which is kind of crazy because just looking at it, you would think this thing is probably polished and stuff and ready to come out by next year. But they said they still need more time, like the ending around the ending content still need to be worked on and stuff, so I'll let them cook. But I'm a little bit surprised this game has caused quite a discourse on social media when it comes to Eevee. Some people were complaining that we're not playing as Eve. Some people were complaining that Eevee looked way too young because especially how people was treating Eve, like with the outfits that she was wearing. She was uh basically like a sex symbol and stuff like that. Which there's nothing wrong with that. The combat was good and stuff. The dev just want to give like something for you to look at while you're playing. But some people are throwing out labels which uh starts with a P and ends with a D-O. They would throw in those allegations like people would say like if you like this character you're into that because judging how young she looks. Of course there's both arguments. One say like this how people in Korea, like women like in their 20s look in Korea, they look hella young. But of course, the CEO of Shipta officially confirmed they purposely made her look young because instead of focusing on on how she looks when it comes to her body, they want to focus on her personality. Basically, a stark contrast on how they did Eve for Stellar Blade. So we don't know what's going to happen going forward. The gameplay looks amazing. She uses straight hands and stuff, but the developers did say she will be using like blades and stuff. But in all honesty, forget the blades. Throw those hands. Like she look like she's capable of using her hands than using a fucking blade. We don't have a clear indicator where this could potentially come out. But other than that, gameplay looks amazing. I'll be there day one to play it. I plan on Stellar Blade, so I'll definitely be checking this game out when it releases, whenever Shift Up is ready. So in the end, let them cook. And to end all Summer Game Fest, Square Enix did not disappoint. They have officially shown off Final Fantasy VII Part 3, which finally got the name Revelation. And honestly, it's about goddamn time. Every single time I see the CEO in an interview make some type of comment about Final Fantasy VII, I expect him to show it right then and there. And I was getting to the point, bro, I don't want to hear you talk anymore. Come back when you're ready to show out the game. Other than that, stop talking about it. But yeah, they finally show it off. Sid and Vincent is in your party to be played as. Get to fly around the world in the high wind. They even added that you could parachute off the high wind and stuff to different parts of the land and stuff instead of using fast travel. N- New locations. Vincent got his devil transformation. Is, oh my god, it is glorious. And they added a whole bunch of stuff. Also, one thing that they added was the class outfits and stuff. They call it fits. Basically, like the typical Final Fantasy games, like you could assign certain characters to a certain class, like warrior, monk, white mage, black mage, and stuff like that. They're adding that into this game so you could do for the characters, and I'm really curious how many they're adding because gosh, it's gonna be a while for me to think of to put together a proper team and stuff. But man, this is a day one buy as it is. The game is set to release like spring of next year, so we could probably get this game as soon as March. And I am truly excited. They are pre-order bonus, so you have the remake and rebirth and stuff. So get those games while you can. If you haven't played them, play them. I strongly recommend them. And I can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Anyway, that's the video. Those are the games that got me excited for Summer Game Fest. What do you guys think? Was those the type of games that you was excited for Summer Game Fest? Or maybe you had different games that you saw there that are different from mine? Let me know in the comment below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. That one, I'm going to be going over the games that they showed at the Xbox Showcase and to see what game that caught my attention. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.